Yo, what is up, guys? It is the man in the can. It is Super Pig Man here today with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking about the Outer Worlds lore. Now, this game is amazing. I've been playing it for like probably 4 hours straight or 5 hours straight or something. As soon as it finished downloading, I started playing it. But let's talk about some lore here, because that's the nitty and gritty. I've been actually trying to find a new game to do lore on, and Outer Worlds just seems like the game, since I already made one video on it already before the game came out. So let's get straight into this. So just to let you guys know, I still haven't finished the game. I'm probably close to finishing it anyways, but I just want to say that, oh my god, the freaking first planet that you play on is beautiful. Like, the way it's constructed and everything is beautiful. But we're gonna talk about the lore, not how it's constructed. So pretty much the head mayor, it's Thompson, actually, not Tomlinson. I'm a little bit a little bit slow, but he's kind of a shady guy when you first meet him. He explains how the company works and everything, and you kind of think about it like, wow, this seems like a real fucked up era to live in. And not only that, if you look around, also this adds into the lore of, I guess, like the bigger story. If you look around, it looks like there's a lot of World War II propaganda, which I think it might be hinting at Fallout universe type of thing. Nah, but I mean, I think that might just be like a little Easter egg or something. But Reed is a real shady guy. He tells you how they need the workers, and you need to divert the all the power from there to, or the geothermal power from there to here, and that's pretty much what he's telling you to do. But the thing is that the place has been in the shithole for years and years, and you can hear this firsthand from the leader of the settlement. I think her name is Miss McDevitt, if I pronounced it right. Pretty much, she tells you that the settlement is horrible. Like, she explains how her son was one of the first people to get the plague, and the plague just showed up. Nobody knows why it showed up. Her son is the first person to get the plague, and she told Reed, hey man, can you use the medicine on my son? And he said no, that the medicine would be wasted. So now you think about this and you're like, Jesus, what is this man doing? And Reed is one of the people from the corporate that says sickness or plague is just ill character. You have to keep working to make that character. So I know you guys are probably enjoying this video and being like, wow, this is such a great video. But don't forget to subscribe, and also join my Discord, which I'll have a link in the description, where we can talk about everything. We can talk about the Outer Worlds, we can talk about other videos, we can talk about anything. So make sure you guys do that. But anyways, back to the video. Become better. And I'm just thinking in my head like, man, this is a fucked up society. But they don't end up treating her son, and her son ends up dying. This makes McDevitt, as she says, creates the settlement of deserters, which if you desert in this universe, or in any settlement or colony for the board, you pretty much get charged with it. And it's, I don't know what the or like what it's permissible by, if it's a fine or something, or if it's by death, but it is something to keep in mind, that she left and she formed this like kind of deserter group out of hatred. And you can kind of tell when she talks to you, and she spits it in your face when your companion is pretty much there with you, and she still defends the board. But it kind of shows you too how the board has instilled them to defend the board no matter what. And I think it could kind of prove Reed's point, or kind of like disprove Reed's point, that they're all programmed, and he's just like the head person that overwatches them. And then there's also some other cool things in the first place. Like, this isn't just Edgewater town lore. The other cool thing is the geothermal plant. There's a lot of lore in there, like a lot. And I don't know if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, but Thomas isn't an engineer like expert, right? But dude, Thomas said he got released for something, and then your companion follows up on it, and then you kind of start piecing together pieces. And if you go to the geothermal plant, you'll know what I mean. And if you read the terminals, you'll know what I mean. Because one of the terminals said that they had to let someone go because they were tampering with the machines. It kind of sounds like a Five Nights at Freddy type of thing, but they were tampering with the auto mechanicals. And pretty much what ended up happening is that he got released. And you know what him and Thomas have? They both got released. And Thomas was a engineer. He didn't work in the cannery or anything. He was an actual engineer, but he doesn't really know how to engineer. But he did that, and then the auto mechanics started going haywire, and he could have been tampering with all of them and making them all go haywire, causing the geothermal to fail, and hoping that he could probably put an end to the system. And that's probably how he ended up joining the deserters. Probably McDevitt sent him on that mission, and it's all like a setup to the player to actually try to help him. But geothermal is a kind of an interesting story, because you don't really know what happens. It's like the entire place gets wiped out, or gets mopped with these auto mechanicals, because somebody tampered with them. That's the main story there. But there's also the deserters camp, which has actually shown that life is actually really probable there. And it also shows that if you don't have to be this capitalist society working, you know, like day in, day out. Like, because if you guys don't know, this game is like the 1920s, but, you know, if World War One ended and there was never no World War Two or something like that. I remember it being explained like that. And if you think about it, that is kind of not great, because World War, or like what caused World War Two was, you know, the Treaty of Versailles. And that's pretty much what put an end to this type of capitalism that you're witnessing right now. But it never got put to an end. So it's kind of interesting. And these people are kind of showing like present day, like they, I think in a sense, they represent present day capitalism. But anyways, pretty much their place has succeeded in what they've been trying to prove, and they've been taking in people, and you know, they're actually kind of well defended. I didn't even notice at the back of their camp they have a bunch of mines set up, because I tried going that way to, you know, kind of like just head out, and there's a bunch of mines. I'm like, what's that beeping? And then boom, and then a mine goes off. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, they cannot surely not have that many more mines. And I seen rows and rows of mines back there, so they're well defended. And also they've only, I think, lost one person, and it's because that person kind of just disappeared. You know, they didn't really say anything. They just disappeared. So that's about that. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this, this video on the Emerald Valley. I'll do one specifically on Edgewater, and I'll do one specifically on the deserter camp probably in the next 2 videos. But hopefully you guys do enjoy this type of thing. Remember to leave a like, subscribe. Also, I started my own Discord channel. I don't know if you guys know that, but hopefully you guys do go and check that out. Peace.